Something you guys should know about Mr. X. I know who I am. I know I'm not for everybody. I know I come off as cocky, sometimes arrogant. I mean, hell, I'm wearing a shirt with my own face on it. But there's something magical out there that a lot of people have not discovered. If you are watching a YouTube video, you have the ability to stop watching. However, the losers we're going to talk about today, we're going to give them their 15 seconds of fame because they have not yet figured out how to stop watching a video they don't like. Today on the Extreme Channel, we're reading hater comments. Welcome to my channel. My name is Mr. X, and today we are reading nasty, mean hater comments. Believe it or not, this is the third installment of this we did. About 6 months ago, we launched the first installment, and I said at that time this is the only time we're going to do it because I didn't want to encourage further hater comments. However, by popular request, we actually brought it back and went on a round 2. The channel's been growing like crazy, and it actually took us 4 months to gain 20 more hater comments. Those are the ones we're going to look at today. Now, in the past videos, I've talked about a few different things with these haters. We don't mention their names. They don't deserve it. I don't want this to be an encouragement for future hater comments for people to try and get on a video. And we've even delved into some of the thoughts about why do people do hater comments. We talked about the subject, hate me to my face. Would they really say this in real life? We've talked about the fact they keep watching things they hate because they're hoping for a train wreck when the train wreck's really inside of them. It's hard for me to understand because I have never done it in my life. I've talked bad about people to their face. I've talked bad about people behind their back, but never just a random stranger who I've never met. And that's the funny thing with these comments. With the exception of one, I don't even know who these people are, which kind of gives me a little secret satisfaction. I can piss you off that bad without even knowing who you are. With no further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And as a reminder, you're watching the Extreme Channel. While some of these are slightly edited, they're not pretty. Now, the first one is one of my all-time favorites. This is actually one of my favorite things about YouTube. But this guy right here, you're stupid.
Y-O-U-R-E means you are. Y-O-U-R means you're.
The best thing about a hater comment is when they try and call you something and they clearly identify themselves as something. And as you see, a little bit different design today. I don't have to say it because they already know it, but Jesus loves them and I do too. This next one is from my big room tour video. It's my biggest video, had about 120,000 hits, I believe. So obviously doing the laws of math, you're gonna have idiots comment on that video. But he says, bunch of crap clutter. Guess you plan on taking this junk with you when you die, eh? And by lady, I think you meant dude. You got that whole fruitcake vibe and voice going. Stop hiding and come out already. Well, let's break this one down. So first of all, I absolutely love that he laughed at his own comment. At least he can entertain himself. Second, while I have one of the most beautiful wives on the planet, calling me gay really isn't an insult in my mind. It does point out what a pathetic person you think you are, thinking that somebody of homosexuality is something to be laughed at. Jesus loves you, barely, but I do too. This next one was on a video that I obviously got some information wrong. Who the buys a big and expensive piece and doesn't know what they're reviewing? Oh yeah, another rich idiot. That's fine, you can call me an idiot. I'm not going to throw intelligence or degree data at you or success, but I bet you anybody in the world would rather be a rich idiot than doing a pathetic keyboard warrior comment on a random YouTube video. Jesus loves you and I do too. This next one needs a little bit of preface. A lot of times I take hits at Gem Mint, and he is such a cool guy. Him and I talk regularly. He's actually helped me out quite a bit with the channel, and I consider him a close friend. And we dish stuff out at each other. I usually do it more than him, and he's a very good sport. And I did a video on Is Gem Mint Full of It? It was about a vinyl Venom piece. And during the video, I talked about Gem was absolutely right. I shouldn't have doubted him, but this person didn't like me going after Gem. So he said, how are you going to say someone is full of for their opinion? You stupid asshole. Watch the video. If you guys don't know, that's my #1 pet peeve as a YouTuber. People ask me questions that are clearly answered in the video. But Jesus loves him, and I do too. This next comment, I can't even think of a retort, but apparently this guy is creepy and awkward.
It's true.
I don't know what to say. Okay. I'm sorry. But Jesus loves you, and I do too. Next one, very similar. This guy is toxic. Now what's interesting about this is why would you even comment that? This is kind of where my brain starts to rack. I don't even know what that means. I mean, I understand saying someone's toxic, they drain energy out of you, but you can stop watching. So this almost insinuates to me that this guy really wants some attention. Is this you?
Gimme. I need.
But Jesus loves him, and I do too. So before we do this next one, I want to do a disclaimer. This next comment, he names another group where he's desperately trying to get them to his cause. So in no means am I attacking this group or insinuating this group is a hater, but I wanted to address it before we say. So this guy says coward, and you wonder why Rad Titan and most of the community talks about you. Well, first of all, it's news to me they're talking shit about me. Well, first of all, most of the community in Rad Titan, if they're talking about me, they're doing it behind my back. I encourage them to hate me to my face. Second of all, I think this is more the situation. You remember Old School? Where Will Ferrell went streaking and thought everybody was following him, yet he was alone? Check it out.
We're going up through the quad.
Who's streaking?
There's more coming.
Frank, get in the car.
Everybody's doing it.
Yes, I think that's you. But thank you for demonstrating what a true coward is by making this comment. Jesus loves you and I do too. Next one, maybe he just likes felines, but he said, "Puss." I don't even know what video this was on. It was on a normal review. But it's interesting that people are that aggressive. But besides Jesus loving you, I think there's one more message for you.
I can feel your anger. It gives you focus, makes you stronger.
This next one, I wouldn't really classify as a hater comment, but I wanted to address it. So you guys know I try and be as unbiased as possible. My reviews are subjective, meaning they're my opinion, which obviously sometimes you don't agree with them. But if there's something I think is great, I'm going to say it's great. If there's something I think is bad, I'm going to say it's bad. Well, I reviewed the Sideshow Premium Format Emperor on Throne. And I really like the piece. Clearly it has some issues. So this guy commented, you have an ongoing problem with your channel. You have a double standard for pieces you keep and sell. You're boosting up pieces you're going to sell, and it's hurting the integrity of your channel. And then he went on to say, I guarantee you're going to try and sell this next week because you gave it a good score. Or soon, or something of that nature. Did you not watch any of my sale videos? Well, first of all, this did get my attention because I try and be as honest as possible. Not only on this channel, but in real life. Well, I think he's telling me that when I film a review on a piece and 2 to 3 years later I sell it, I planned giving that a good score because in 2 to 3 years I wanted to make profit. Second, especially recently, I've done a lot of sale videos. I give some fantastic prices below market. And lastly, I filmed a review of Sideshow City Predator Hunter, and I bashed quite a few things on it, then I put it up for sale. I guess people see what they want to see. Except I never get to see Shakira naked. But Jesus loves him, and I do too. This next one is simple and to the point. Fuck you. He wrote that on a video.
Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Let the hate flow through you.
Jesus loves you, and I do. This next one is actually a comment on Facebook, not YouTube. I posted a review video of an older piece, and it was a very non-dramatic review. I don't even think there were any jokes in there. And I don't know who this guy is. I've never heard of him, never seen him before. But he called me. He just said, simple comment on it. Tool. I've never met a random person and they post a non-biased post. And I just want to say,
The hate is swelling in you now. Use it.
Jesus loves you and I do too. This next comment ties back into my pet peeve. You don't know how many times that somebody actually asks a question that is clearly answered in the video. And I've actually had a YouTube video about this, where people will ask me and they'll even tell me they don't have time to watch my videos, I just need to give them the information. And for me, I spent, 1.5 to 3 hours editing this video. The least you could do is spend 10 minutes watching it to get the information I already provided. Just my opinion. And one of the things I reveal 99% of the time is the price. But this guy says, why don't you reveal the price of the statue when you buy it? Are you ashamed? It's pathetic. Well, first of all, since I reveal it every time, that's inconsequential. Second, it's pathetic that I don't want to share how much money I spend. I do share how much money I spend, but even if I didn't, it's none of your business. But Jesus loves you, and I do too. This guy right here, I don't know if there's sarcasm in this, so this may not be a hater comment. This could be, sarcasm that you can't see through text. But either way, I wanted to share it with you guys. It says, Mr. X is a heartless person. He would throw everyone and statues under the bus without a moment hesitation, no regret. Spare us from your crocodile tears. Mr. X loves you and I do too. I want to be very clear on this. If you're a stranger, I don't expect you to know me. I don't expect you to know my actions or my heart. My friends, employees, and loved ones do, and that's all I care about. But Jesus loves you, and I do too. This next one, maybe he was talking about my emotions, but he said, you were just plain out sad. Actually, I'm a pretty happy guy.
I can feel your anger.
And this definitely is another Sith in training by that comment, I would speculate. Jesus loves you, and I do too. On this next comment, I actually had to look up what he meant because I didn't know what it was. And ironically, the fact that he knows what it is says more about him than me. But he wrote, this is the kind of guy who owns a real doll. I had no idea what this was. This is a sex doll. And I gotta say, Mrs. X, if you ever watch this and look at my browser history, I was looking it up to see what this guy meant. But if it makes you feel any better that I'm more successful than you to try and think that I don't get laid as much as you, then you can think that, because Jesus loves you and I do too. This next commenter, he actually was attacking Cisco on one of her videos. Cisco's one of my favorite YouTubers. I've met her in real life. She's a fantastic person. She does fantastic content. And her content isn't as editable as mine. On this, you see a lot of breaks because I mess up my words or something of that nature. She does long flowing, tours and stuff like that. And sometimes she misspeaks because she's a human. And this guy started attacking her for misspeaking about something. And so I defended her and he really got upset. Then he started going to my channel, but he wrote this. What a waste of money, go get a real job. First of all, I don't know why he's talking about my belt size, but does he think that YouTube pays for my channel? I think YouTube costs me money to have my channel. I do have a real job. I have a couple of them. Not that it's any of your business, but I do have to tell you, I know you need to hear this. Jesus loves you and I do too. So I actually block most of these people after they do the comment. I save their comment. I don't save their name. I block them so they can't make any more comments. And I encourage you, if you're going to make one, that's what's going to happen to you. But this guy actually won an Extreme Channel t-shirt when we gave away 5 of them a while back when we had the old shirts. And he wrote this on the channel a few months later, which is weird because he was really excited about the shirt. He thanked me for it, but this is what he wrote. This bored housewife is a sad joke, just like this channel. Also, his shirt is as this POS. Wow. So remind me not to give away free shirts. That's fine if you don't like it. I told you could use it to wipe your ass. But it sounds like you really need to hear this. Jesus loves you and I do too. As I mentioned earlier, sometimes I get stuff wrong. I openly admit it. I don't have intimate comic knowledge of everything. Sometimes I buy a statue because it looks cool. And during my review of XM Darkness, I mistakenly said he was from Marvel. That was a mistake. He's not. Made me look stupid, but I'll get over it. This guy didn't want to get over it. He says, "Fuck, moron. While you have your tablet out, double check who created the darkness. Dip." Yeah. It's really cool that you know intimate comic knowledge and I don't. That makes me really stupid and I probably won't get ahead in life. Jesus loves you and I do too. Now this last one isn't the best, but it's going to take up the most time. So I actually had to take screenshots of it and you guys are going to have to bear with me because it's going to take a while to read it. It is that long. But this person, I also want to mention their name because their name is just awesome. It ties into the hater comments. And these are not all the hater comments. These are just some of them with this person. So this guy, I don't want to give out his real name because I don't want people going after him, but Cat Movies Army is kind of his name. It's an alliteration of that. So his first comment he ever did was, "Want to impress me? Sell all the overpriced crap and donate the money to an animal shelter." Not a animal shelter. That is safe and offers a no-kill home. Look at me in my own wonderland of crap. I look at the walls. Meow, meow. Cat lives matter. Bark, bark. Puppy lives matter. So wasteful, just wasteful, and kind of tacky and gaudy, to be honest. So I couldn't resist, and I told him that I hate cats. I do. And oh my God, that was the wrong thing to say. So he goes on and on, says I need to save cat lives with the money I have. And before we read his final comment, which is going to take probably 20 minutes, first of all, what I do with my money is none of your guys' business. For all you know, I hoard it and I spend it on hookers and coke. Or maybe I give away a lot to charity and you don't know. I will let you know, I definitely don't give it to animal shelters. But it's none of your business. So then he wrote this on another video. Wow, this was amazing. Oh man, myself cannot get enough of these videos. To know there is one man living like a golden gold who sits upon a broken star, he truly is like Galactus. He says, F you stupid, poor dirty scum people, do you know who I am? My GD name has the extreme in it that is like Code Red Super Do. This man is a savage, a Thor-like war god across between Sam Hain Ghost Rider and Wolverine in the yellow costume. He cares not about the worlds, the animals, the people. I'm reading this verbatim, by the way. He has created a empire using hundreds of thousands of dollars. None shall pass as he sits in his vast splendor like Dr. Doom. He crushes the idea of helping the world be better with this dark smirk of self-love. He makes the Grinch look like a little bitch. He would slap He-Man, he would drop Batman like Bane and break the average person's back for spilling a glass of water in his lands. He thinks Eric Draven was a poser. I don't even know who that is. I'm only half done, by the way. Favorite issue of Daredevil 181, of course. He chuckles, bitch should have been in the kitchen. He is like the end of Fire and Ice Cream when the ice is pushing forward and the evil king dances alone, laughing, screaming, insane things. He is that level, yo. I think he needs a wiki page, a limo, 3 hookers, 1 pound of uncooked coke, and a damn steak, and to be brought to the toilet in the morning in a golden rickshaw by bought and owned female slaves from Thailand so he can poop while they make gentle wind noises and compliment his form. He defies Stendhal syndrome in a Patty Hearst world, but somewhere in the distance he hears a faint noise of slow piano riff. It sounds eerie. He knows 99% are out there and I couldn't get through that laughing. And he knows the 99% are out there and all rulers only rule for so long. The piano loop he hears slowly moves towards his kingdom. Day of the Animals. And then he liked his own comment. Jesus does love you. I don't. So that's all I got, guys. Like I said, I don't like to do this a regular thing. It's pretty awesome that in the last, 4 months, I've had probably 20 to 30,000 comments, and I can only get 20 nasty hater ones. But I really appreciate you guys, and honestly, it should be more about the supporters of the channel. I do have another awesome comments video. I've been collecting comments for a while. I get quite a few more of those because you guys truly are awesome. But make sure you've subscribed to this channel, you've hit that bell notification, and you like this video, because we are giving away a bunch of giveaways. So comment below, comment whatever you want. But just be warned, if it's a hater comment, it's the last comment you'll be able to make on the channel. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Check out some of these other miscellaneous segments if you haven't hit the... But thanks so much for watching, guys. Check out these other miscellaneous segments. Hit that Mr. X logo to subscribe, or check out the other playlists. Take care.